What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'm doing race 6 for the 2024 All-Star Race. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This week in the NASCAR Cup Series has a short track known as North Wilkesboro for the 2024 All-Star Race. The last time we ran here was the 2023 All-Star Race, and we saw Kyle Larson pick up his third ever All-Star victory. He might be back, but we'll have to see how his qualifying goes in the Indianapolis 500 to determine if he will make that field or not. So now let's go ahead and jump into picks. Before we go ahead and jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So the weather for this weekend is looking not great. It's 72 degrees high with 56 degrees low with a 60% chance of rain and thunderstorms. Now you do have the wet weather tires that could end up being available, but if it's raining really hard, there's a good chance that possibly the race could get postponed to Monday, but NASCAR might make an executive decision and move the race up a little bit earlier. Let's talk about the format a little bit as well. So things are kind of similar to last year. It's going to be 200 laps, and I believe there's going to be a halfway break on lap 100. I think there might be a break also on lap 150. The big change this year is a different tire compound. So there's going to be the regular hard tire that is going to be yellow, and then the red tire is going to be a softer compound. Every driver that makes the main All-Star event, I think for the All-Star Open as well, they are going to be required to start on that red tire. I wish it wasn't like that, but they are going to be required to start on the red tire. And then if throughout the race, they will have then the option to go on the hard yellow tire if they want to. But that's a little bit of the format. Let's now talk about the AllStar Open. So the AllStar Open is going to work like this. It's kind of similar to last year. There will be the top two finishers from the All-Star Open, and then there's going to be a fan vote winner who gets in. So let's begin by talking about the drivers who I think are going to advance from the All-Star Open. Who do I think advances? The first driver that I think is going to advance from the All-Star Open to the All-Star race is Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs has been very fast throughout 2024. He's had the pace and speed throughout the week so far. He was really fast at Darlington too, and was really strong at tracks like Bristol and not Richmond, but he was pretty solid at Martinsville and a couple other short tracks as well. I think Ty Gibbs is going to be the guy that, in fact, wins the All-Star Race Open this year, and I think he's going to have a good chance and an opportunity to make the main event. I think Ty Gibbs will be the first driver that advances to the All-Star Race. The only other driver that's going to make the main event without the fan vote, in my opinion, is Bubba Wallace. I think Bubba Wallace has been very, very good on the short tracks this year. Was very fast at Martinsville, finishing in the top 5 before he had issues at Richmond, was running inside the top 5. I think Bubba Wallace is going to have the pace and speed. And remember, he actually finished second last year in the main event. I think that Bubba Wallace is going to be the second and final driver to transfer their way in throughout the race. Now let's go to the fan vote. Who do I think is going to make it from the fan vote? The driver who I think is going to make it from the fan vote is the driver of the 48 car for Hendrick Motorsports, Alex Bowman. Alex Bowman, I think, is going to have a really tough battle with him and Carson Hostbar to get in, but I think that Alex Bowman is going to make it from the fan vote. Alex Bowman has been very, very fast throughout the year so far, but also Alex Bowman has a ton of fans. So therefore, I think that Alex Bowman makes it in. Also, the Hendrick connection being the 40-year anniversary, I think Alex Bowman is going to get in for the fan vote, meaning that for the Open, I have Ty Gibbs, Bubba Wallace, and Alex Bowman getting into the main All-Star race. And now we're going to go ahead and jump onto the main picks for the All-Star race. Let's start off with the suck picks. Who are my suck picks for the All-Star race? My first suck pick for the All-Star race is a driver of the A car for Rich Choice Racing, Kyle Busch. Look, Kyle Busch has had a couple really strong races to go back to Kansas and also Dover, where he's very, very fast there. However, this past week at Darlington, he was a no-show. And one of the biggest issues that Rich Choice Racing has had overall is their short track program. They have struggled immensely on the short tracks, and sadly, I don't think Kyle Busch is going to be fast. If I remember correctly last year, Kyle Busch was not very fast here at North Wilkesboro. So I think Kyle Busch, sadly, will struggle this weekend in the A car. My second suck pick for the All-Star race is a driver of the 99 car for Trackhouse Racing, Daniel Suarez. He started the year off very, very strong. Got that win in Atlanta, had a consecutive top 15 finishes for the first 4 or 5 races. But since COTA, it's been a struggle for Daniel Suarez. The only reason he's in the All-Star race to begin with is because he won at Atlanta. I just think Daniel Suarez is going to struggle. Trackhouse has definitely been off their game so far this year. And sadly, I just don't see Daniel Suarez having a good run. I think he will sadly struggle this weekend at North Wilkesboro in the number 99 car. And now we're going ahead and jump on the underdog picks for the All-Star race. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick for the All-Star race is a driver of the 6th car for RFK Racing, Brad Keslowski. Brad Keselowski's had a lot of speed so far in 2024. He's coming off winning last weekend at Darlington, which is the first win as an owner/driver. But also Brad Keselowski's had a lot of really good runs on short tracks as well. Got a top 5 at Bristol, has some decent speed at Martinsville, was very fast at Phoenix, and I think had some decent pace and speed at Richmond as well. I think Brad Keselowski's going to have a chance and opportunity to get the All-Star victory. The Ford's been hit or miss so far this year, but I think Brad Keselowski will be very solid, very fast, and very quick this weekend at North Wilkesboro Speedway. My second underdog pick for the All-Star race is the driver of the 1 car for Trackhouse Racing, Ross Chastain. Ross Chastain has been very hit or miss throughout the 2024 season. Well, he's had a couple top 5 finishes, actually only 1 top 5 finish so far this year, and a lot of top 10s. He's also had a lot of finishes outside of the top 15 and top 20 this season. But I think if there's anyone that can start turning the corner, it is definitely Ross Chastain. He always gets the best out of equipment and does have a lot of stage points as well. I think that Ross Chastain is going to have the pace and speed to maybe contend for a top 5 in the main event. I think he'll be fast enough to contend for the main event in the All-Star race. And now we're going ahead and jump on to the winner's pick for the All-Star race. Who am I picking to win? The driver who I'm picking to win the 2024 All-Star race is the driver of the 9 car for Hendrick Motorsports, Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott, outside of last week at Darlington, has been extremely fast this season. He was really, really quick at Martinsville, led laps in that event, has some good speed at Richmond from what I remember. I think got a top 5 there. And actually, I think got a top 10 at Bristol as well. I think Chase Elliott's going to win the All-Star race. He's coming off winning at Texas also a few weeks ago. I think Chase Elliott is going to victory lane. I think he deserves it. He was very fast on short tracks throughout the year so far. I think that Chase Elliott is going to get it done and get his second All-Star win, because remember he won back in 2020. I think Chase Elliott is going to win the All-Star race in 2024. And now we're going ahead and jump on to the drivers you need to watch out for the All-Star race. Who should you have your eyes out on? The first driver to watch out for the All-Star race is the driver of the 5 car for Hendrick Motorsports, Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson is the defending winner of the All-Star race last year. He's obviously, the reason I'm not picking him is because of the fact he's going to be focused on running at Indianapolis, trying to qualify his way into the Indy 500. But I think Kyle Larson, even though he'll be starting in the back, I think he'll be up front. I think it's going to be tough to pass, but Larson's one of the few drivers that's good at strategy, and also his team knows how to play it correctly. I think Kyle Larson will be a major threat and contender to get it done at North Wilkesboro. The second driver to watch out for the All-Star race is a driver of the 11 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin has been very elite at short tracks this year. He, of course, won at Richmond, though it was controversial, and also won at Bristol as well. On top of that as well, for most years, between Hamlin and Larson for most races. I think Denny Hamlin will have the overall pace and speed, and I think he'll have a great chance and opportunity, plus his crew chief's great. I think he'll have a good chance and opportunity to win the All-Star race this year. The third driver to watch out for the All-Star race is a driver in the 19 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, Martin Truex Jr. I think Martin Truex Jr. is going to be very, very quick this weekend. He was pretty solid, if I remember correctly, last year in North Wilkesboro, and he's been really good also on short tracks this year. He should have won the Richmond race, was pretty decent at Martinsville before he had some issues, and finished runner-up at Bristol. I think Martin Truex Jr. is going to be super fast, super quick, and super strong this week, and I think he'll have a good chance and opportunity to win his first race of 2024, which would be the All-Star race. The fourth driver you should watch out for the All-Star race is the driver of the 24 car for Hendrick Motorsports, William Byron. William Byron's been struggling a little bit as of late, but if there's a track to turn it around, it is definitely North Wilkesboro. William Byron, of course, won at Martinsville, which I think is the last short track we went to. I think he'll be very, very fast this weekend. The 24 team, I think, turns the corner. I think they're going to start showing consistency once again, including this weekend. And I do think that William Byron will be a serious threat and serious contender to win his first ever All-Star race this year. And the fifth final driver I think you should watch out for the All-Star race is the driver of the 6 car for the 22 car, the 12 car for Team Penske, Ryan Blaney. I think Ryan Blaney is going to be pretty quick this weekend. He's had the pace and speed at times. He's been the fastest forward. I think you're going to see that number 12 car be really, really strong and quick this weekend. I think Ryan Blaney will be a threat. Penske struggled, but I think if there's anyone that can turn it around, it is definitely Ryan Blaney. So, those are my race picks for the 2024 All-Star race. Just a reminder, my set picks are Kyle Busch, Daniel Suarez. My underdog picks are Brad Keselowski, Ross Chastain. My winner's pick is Chase Elliott. And the ones to watch out for Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Mark Dixon, William Byron, and Ryan Blaney. Those are my race picks. So, those are going to be the race picks for the 2024 All-Star race. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. And let's go jump over that and comment your picks for this weekend's All-Star race. Let me know your drivers who advanced from the Open. Let me know your suck picks, underdog picks, and winners pick. And let me know your drivers you're watching out for the All-Star race. Let me know your picks in the comments below. Later today on the channel, you'll see the All-Star Race paint schemes on the channel. Then tomorrow, you'll see NASCAR news. We discuss the news over the course of the last couple of days. You also might see some more content dropping if any major news breaks over the course of the next couple of days. And then this weekend, we'll have race reviews for trucks and Cup at North Wilkesboro. And we'll also have other videos dropping throughout the weekend as well. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode. I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content, other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.